Miss Jenny Arnett.
Let's pray. Father, we thank you first and foremost for this night. God, we ask that you protect each and every fighter represented here. And God, I ask that you continue to give Amber and John wisdom as they lead this journey. Father God, we thank you for what you're doing. Have your way in this place tonight. In Jesus' name, amen. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the light that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Jenny Arnett. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank all the fine businesses, the sponsors, helping to bring AKA 16 to you here this evening. We want to thank our friends at 98 Rocks, AceOutdoor.net for the outdoor advertising. We want to thank our friends at Priority Roofing, Pyromania Fireworks. We want to thank J&J's Bargain Barn Autos. We want to thank AirServe Heating and Air. We also want to thank the fine individuals at Arc Latex Tents and Events. We want to thank our good friends at Sign It Incorporated. We also want to thank the fine individuals at Hemingway West. We want to thank our friends at Home Audio Innovations, the Brangineers. We also want to thank the Shreveport Bossier Sports Commission. And ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank our friends at Sin Vodka. Sin Vodka, vodka so good, it's gotta be a sin. It's available here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Ask your bartender for the TKO, the signature drink of AKA and Sin Vodka. Sin Vodka, proudly veteran-owned. Ladies and gentlemen, the official after party for AKA 16 goes down at Bojack's Craft House. And ladies and gentlemen, as always, our title sponsor, Vintage Furniture. And now, Bossier City Civic Center. You know what time it is. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's go time! And now, please welcome your first fighter to the cage. Put your hands together for Garrett Bradshaw.
Combat Alliance returns to Bossier City, Louisiana, this time at the Bossier Civic Center. We've got AKA 16 at your doorstep here tonight, and a lot of amazing fights on this card. Live at 7 p.m. we will be on UFC Fight Pass for our main card. But before we get there, we've got an amazing undercard ready for you here on Facebook. Beside me, that's DJ Thomas, UFC flyweight, and Shreveport's favorite son, Matt Danger Snell. I'm Tyler, not so dangerous Moody, and we'll be the ones guiding you through all of the action here tonight at AKA 16. DJ, I want to start with you. We have a slew of debutantes making their debuts here tonight on the undercard. How special is it going to be for these guys as they step into this cage for the first time?
Man, it's something that's really exciting. You know, getting these local fighters in here and, you know, starting at grand level, you know, you see them now, they start at all age. They may start at 30 years old or 18, so it's going to be real exciting. Check it out.
Matt Danger Snell's got his hand in this in a certain way. He's going to be in the cage tonight for Dimas Ciampa. He is in our title fight, the main event of our undercard. What can you tell us about your boy Ciampa and the task at hand for him here?
Yeah, this is a difficult matchup, obviously. These guys have actually fought before. They fought in Lafayette, Louisiana, probably 2 years back. And Austin Swallow, a tough, dynamic striker, facing off against Dimas. They've both been on tears since that fight. Dimas got the better of it the first time, and I think Swallow is motivated. He's here to win tonight, so it should be interesting. I'm really looking forward to it.
Amateur title on the line for our main event on the undercard, and then we make our way to UFC Fight Pass starting at 7 o'clock. Take it away, Danger.
And now, Bossier City Civic Center. Put your hands together for your next fighter. Please welcome to the cage, Brandon Hill.
Here we go. Welcome into AKA 16. Garrett Bradshaw waits inside the cage for Brandon Hill. Both of these guys making their debut here today. For Brandon Hill, a very unique story, right? He's a guy that decided about a year ago, hey, this is something I want to do. He's been training since then, and here today, Brandon Hill will be making his debut as he takes on Garrett Bradshaw. And Brandon's a guy that's been doing a lot with AKA for a while, and he'll have a chance tonight to actually get inside the cage.
Yeah, Brandon, a familiar face, and it's always awesome to see these guys come out and face their fears, make their debut, and should be a fun fight, 215-pound catch weight.
Yeah, man, big guys. It's going to be some hands throwing. And he looks calm, too. I like it, you know. A lot of times those first fights, you know, it's rough.
Yeah, and I got to say, Garrett Bradshaw, he's been sitting in the cage now for a little bit because they had to run the intro, and he's got a stoic look to him as well. So let's see how this thing shakes out.
Well, Brandon has actually been serving as the stage manager around here for the last couple of cards, and so he takes himself from behind the scenes to the main scene as he will kick things off for us here at AKA 16. And for Garrett Bradshaw, Garrett Redbeard Bradshaw, he's fighting out of Team 515 from Longview, Texas. And then Brandon Hill will be fighting with the Compound right here out of Shreveport, Louisiana. Two great gyms, two story gyms in the area, set to get us going here for AKA 16.
Here we go, fight fans. 3 rounds of amateur mixed martial arts section inside the AKA heavyweight division. And now, introducing your first fighter, fighting out of the AKA blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist representing Team 515. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 219 pounds. Fighting out of Longview, Texas, here is Redbeard Garrett Bradshaw. And now, introducing his opponent. Fighting out of the AKA red corner, this man is a mixed martial artist representing the Compound of Shreveport. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 210 pounds. Fighting out of Bossier City, Louisiana, here is Brandon Hill. Your referee in charge of the action when the cage door closes, Mr. Chris Hill.
Brandon Hill, Garrett Bradshaw. We are underway with AKA 16.
Went in to touch the gloves real close, and refused.
Don't see that too much in the amateur side of things, but that's how we start AKA 16.
These guys are both really similarly shaped and evenly matched. And thus far, both coming out firing hard punches, good solid stuff. Left hook to low kick. Exciting so far. Nice sharp jab. Beautiful jab.
Ooh, a lot of power, man.
Right hand from Bradshaw as they break apart.
Brandon's really boxing nice and keeping him at the end of things.
Yeah.
Looks like he's overwhelming him here. This is going to be all over. Very nice work by Brandon Hill. Wins his amateur debut here at home.
Easy work for Brandon Hill. Finishes the fight off within 1 minute in his amateur debut. And he goes from being the stage manager to managing the stage just like that. Now 1-0 is Brandon Hill as an amateur. And hey, look, man, this is the dream, right, DJ? You see a guy that falls in love with the sport behind the scenes, step in the cage and get the chance to live out his dream and get a W here in his debut.
Yeah, man, there's nothing like it, you know, to step in your first time. Been involved in the sport for a while and actually get in there and actually throw hands this time and be victorious.
And it's something you'll never forget, right, Matt? Your very first win the first time you get in there.
Definitely not. Here at home as well, and looking sharp. I mean, working behind a beautiful jab, found his moments and got it done. Beautiful work.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a stoppage to the action at 49 seconds in the very first round, declaring your winner, Brandon Hill.
Brandon Hill within 1 minute gets the TKO finish here as he takes care of business against Garrett Bradshaw in his debut. Great way to start the card.
Awesome way to start the card. Two big guys slanging. That was fun.
And they could have been twins, man. They could have been brothers.
Absolutely, yeah, they look just alike. They came together at the beginning and almost touched gloves, and the guy said they were so close and he said no. That was hilarious.
Of the evening, this fight goes down inside the AKA heavyweight division. And now, please welcome your first fighter to the cage. Put your hands together for Michael Sullivan.
Michael Sullivan making his way towards the cage now. Tell you a little bit more about Mack Truck Sullivan. 5'10", 225 pounds, making his debut here as well, and that's a storyline you're going to hear throughout this entire night. Guys making their debut not only at the amateur ranks, but on the professional side as well. We'll get to that later. But right now, Mack Truck Sullivan coming out of Baton Rouge has been training for about a year and a half. Finally, after that 1 year and a half, going to make his way into the cage. He's an Army veteran, a combat engineer, and he has a 5-year-old girl at home. So he's going to be fighting not only for country, but for family here today. That's something that he was trying to get across to us in our preliminary speeches with him.
What better way to cut your teeth than here in AKA? And this is a great show to come in and make your debut. Young man coming out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, out of a stored camp with, I believe, trained by our own James Georgetown, is one of the trainers at the PBA Hard Hitters. So should be fun. Should be fun. These guys going to get out there and trade some paint. Big boys.
And DJ, we've seen the PBA Hard Hitters bring some guys up here to Shreveport and make some noise in the past. Now it's Michael Sullivan's turn.
Yeah, man, he looks like he's built well, and we're going to see some heavyweight punches thrown. Man.
You could say he's built like a Mack truck.
He is.
You gotta love it, Mack Truck Sullivan. He definitely.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for his opponent. Please welcome to the cage, Trey Cox.
Trey Tarzan Cox, a wrestler out of the Elite Combat Academy here in Shreveport, Louisiana. A big figure, 6'6". He'll have quite the height advantage here. Weighs in at 245, and he is an absolute monster. Here's a look at your tail of the tape presented by Sim Vodka.
Says he's measured at 5'8".
Excuse me, I've got 6'6" on my sheet. I'm glad you popped up the tail of the tape because I've got 6'6" in front of me. Says 5'8" there. Something doesn't quite match up. He's got a 79-inch reach according to the tail of the tape, and so that is a 12-inch reach advantage here as Trey Cox steps into the cage for his second time, looking to get his first win.
back-to-back appearances for Shreveport compound. You gotta think that he wants to continue on that momentum from the first fight and keep it rolling for the hometown team.
Well, he'll have Blake Franklin, Brent Mason in the corner. A couple guys, you hear their name all the time associated with the MMA around here. Those are some great guys to have in your corner, DJ.
Yeah, man, you see a good mix up there at that camp. You know, good striking, good wrestling. You got Chad Leon over there, great guy. We'll see what these guys do.
Michael Sullivan, Trey Cox. Quickly, fight number 2 is here.
Here we go, fight fans. 3 rounds of mixed martial arts section inside the AKA heavyweight division. This fight being brought to you by Vintage Furniture. And now, introducing your first fighter, fighting out of the AKA blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist representing the PBA Hard Hitters. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 225 pounds. Fighting out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, here is the Mack Truck, Michael Sullivan. And now, introducing his opponent. Fighting out of the AKA red corner, this man is a wrestler representing the compound of Shreveport. He stands 6 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 245 pounds. Fighting out of Shreveport, Louisiana.
He's definitely not 5'8".
Here is Trey Tarzan Cox. Ladies and gentlemen, your referee in charge of the action when the cage door closes, Mr. Basil Bam Bam Majub.
Here we go, Michael Sullivan and Trey Cox. Fight number 2 here at AKA 16.
Both fighters coming out in the southpaw stance. Nice inside low kick to get it started from Trey Cox. Trey Cox doing a good job of managing the distance, and that's important for a guy who's 6'6".
Yeah.
Well, he's got a 12-inch reach advantage here, and that's just something you have to take advantage of, keep the fighter at distance, and capitalize whenever you see an opening.
Michael Sullivan firing off his hands like he's done some boxing in the past. This is an interesting matchup. A shorter guy, much like we saw in the last time we were here for AKA, a short guy against a tall guy.
Yeah.
Tale as old as time.
David versus Goliath, you love it. There's a nice left hand from Cox over the top.
Boxer versus wrestler, too, you know.
But I tell you what, Trey Cox doing a decent job thus far for being a guy who only has a wrestling background, and this being his debut fight. You got to give credit where credit's due. He looks comfortable on the feet.
Yeah, he's keeping a good range.
Coach Chad Linhart asking for the leg kick, and I would agree, not a bad tactical move when you're facing off against a boxer. Heavy on that front leg, chop him up.
Sullivan searching for an opening. And that is a lot of distance to close. You can see the reach advantage here.
There's that low kick the compound corner was calling for. I think you can definitely see more of them, but I'd like to see him set him up with some punches first. Obviously, Michael Sullivan, a decent puncher, and if you, like we've seen in the past, you kick without setting it up. Eventually, a guy's going to time you, step on it. Oh, hurt his toes.
Uh-oh.
Not sure what happened there. That's going to be the fight.
Has been a stoppage here about halfway through round 1. Trey Cox.
Fight's over.
Down. They're immediately tending to his ankle here.
Did he catch him on the inside of the leg there?
I'm not exactly sure what happened.
We're going to take a second look back at it here. Your replay presented by Vintage Furniture.
Oh, toe.
They're kind of looking, they're rubbing really on more the inside of his ankle here.
That's weird.
Of course, that's where you have a lot of ligaments and things and tendons right there that could get popped and certainly could cause you to go down.
Definitely strange ending to that one. It looked like it was a good competitive fight, yeah, but he fired a kick towards the body, and Sullivan kind of went to scoop it out, sort of, and it just kind of brushed his tummy and I guess dislocated his toe or hurt his foot in some way.
One of those freak accidents that happens in sports sometimes. Looks like he just caught the foot at a wrong angle. And he'll now be helped out of the cage here. Well, a disappointing finish to a fight that looked like it had some promise, especially for Trey Cox. He was doing a good job right there, keeping the distance and, you know, using his reach advantage. And maybe was slightly ahead. He landed a couple big punches there.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, well, you got to hope that Trey Cox shakes it off and is able to get back out there sooner rather than later. Hopefully he's not hurt badly.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a stoppage to the action at 1 minute 56 seconds in round number 1. Therefore, declaring your winner, the Mack Truck, Michael Sullivan.
Well, for Michael Sullivan, comes away with a win here. Probably not how he wanted to get it, but a win's a win nonetheless.
Absolutely, you got to come out and compete, and you can't control what takes place out there. You just got to do your best, and Michael Sullivan didn't do anything wrong and was fighting a good fight, and it was looking like it was going to turn out to be a good one. But
yeah, man, they were starting to get comfortable.
Here we go, moving right along with your next bout of the evening. This fight will go down inside the American Combat Alliance Bantamweight division. And now, please welcome your first fighter to the cage. Put your hands together for Damian Martinez.
Damian Martinez representing Strike Kings out of Copperas Cove, Texas. Damian's got a wrestling background. Just 17 years of age, making his debut here today. 5'4" with a 62-inch reach. 17, getting ready to step into the cage for his first time. You know, nerves hit you at every age. It doesn't matter how old you are, but I can only imagine at 17, it's a little bit more, maybe a little more dialed up than you would have when you're doing this at 27, 28.
Yeah, man, that's something that, I didn't get into the game until I was like probably 19, but at 17, I could only imagine. You started early too, Matt,
I started early. I mean, I started training when I was 18, so still not quite that young, and I was 19 before I'd gotten into the cage. But, you know, you see this more and more as time goes on. These kids are watching fighting from a very early age, and they want to do this, and they've been wanting to do this for a very long time. So you got to expect fun things out of Damian Martinez. I haven't seen a guy walk out there and make his debut at 17 and not bring it. So something to look out for.
Well, it just shows you how much the sport has grown, how visible it is. And kids now have been watching the UFC and different things for 10, 12, 15 years. And so you're starting to see this new blood make their way. And here's one of those guys representing that new blood, Damian Martinez, getting set to step into the cage. This will actually be my first time seeing Strike Kings represented here in Shreveport, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that crew either. We could be wrong, but yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, Damian Martinez will be the first of 3 fighters from Strike Kings.
Bossier City, show your love for his opponent. Please welcome to the cage, Braden Lowry.
Well, there's only one thing that can be more nerve-wracking than stepping into the cage at 17. It's doing it at 16 years of age. And that's what Braden Lowry is doing here today. He'll step in at 16. He's already 1-0. And we actually had a chance. You and I talked to Braden the last time that we saw him over in Monroe for AKA 15. He's excited to get back in there. This young man has been training a ton. I actually follow him on Instagram. He started following me. He's working very hard. You can tell this young man loves the sport. He's putting in the energy and the effort. And I'm excited to see Braden get back into the cage here today and try and chase down his second win.
And honestly, that's what it takes. And I got to give a shout out to the guys over at the compound because they've really gotten their stuff together. And you've seen these guys come out and really make strides over the last couple of fights. Guys that we've come to know to come out and fight well, but you've seen these guys really make big strides. I'd like to see some striking from Braden tonight. In his last fight, he was able to get a quick finish over a tough competitor off of his back. Let's see if he's able to kind of show us a more well-rounded skill set tonight.
Yeah, man, I was talking to him yesterday and just briefly, and I was like, what's your game plan? And he said, man, I'm just going to, feel it out.
There you go.
At that age, it's just crazy. It's awesome.
16 years of age, but he's got 10 years of training right here on the paper. That's what's amazing, right? This is kind of going back to what we were just saying. These guys have been paying attention for 10 years. And the cool thing about Braden is he is a junior welterweight Muay Thai world champion this past year. So he's got the experience. Just because he's 16 does not mean this young man's not ready. And the same thing could be said of Damian Martinez.
Here we go, fight fans. 3 rounds of mixed martial arts section inside the AKA Bantamweight division. This fight's being brought to you by Home Audio Innovations. And now, introducing your first fighter, fighting out of the AKA blue corner. This man is a wrestler representing the Strike Kings. He stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Copperas Cove, Texas, here is El Faraz Damian Martinez. And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the AKA red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist representing the compound of Shreveport. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 135 3/4 pounds. Fighting out of Shreveport, Louisiana, here is Miracle Whip Braden Lowry.
Miracle Whip back in there once again. This is him, Braden Lowry, ready to get it going against Damian Martinez as Martinez makes his debut.
These boys are swinging. Battle of the young guns.
Yes.
Well, a flurry of exchanges here early on. Good combination from Lowry.
Lowry able to score a nice takedown. These guys are technically they're scrapping and doing so much it's hard for me to keep up. But nice work thus far. Miracle Whip ends up on his back, and we know he's got a dangerous guard. But like I've said, straight to the armbar. Man, this kid's slick off of his back. That's deep, and he's belly down right now. Tap. Oh. He might have broke his arm.
That was bad. Ooh.
What a performance by Braden Lowry. And I tell you what, I said that I'd like to see more than him fight off his back, but when you're that dang good at it, it's hard to ask the kid to do much else.
No, man, it was beautiful. And it scrapped, you know, that was just, I don't know, it was crazy, man. A good flurry there, and, you know, fell right to the guard.
And I truly think that the last 2 guys that Braden has fought, they've been really good. I mean, this kid, Damian Martinez, comes out firing combinations, kicks, scores a beautiful takedown, and as soon as they get there, Braden is able to turn the armbar over. Beautiful stuff. Not only did he turn the armbar over, but then he made the adjustment, finished it belly down, might have broke the kid's arm.
Yeah. Look, I didn't want to overhype it too much coming in because we're supposed to be unbiased up here. This kid, Braden Lowry, is good, man. He is making some noise. Every time he stepped in, the fights are over immediately. And even right here, he gets on a position where he's on his back, but he's so slick and so quick, and he immediately gets to the armbar and finishes this fight. That was a good little combination right there as well. This young man, for 16 years of age, is a savage, and Damian Martinez just found out the hard way.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a stoppage to the action at 52 seconds in round number 1, declaring your winner, Braden Lowry.
Who doesn't love Miracle Whip, right?
Hey, not my favorite stuff, but I like watching this guy fight.
Well, Braden Lowry, he said waiting backstage, he's got 4 Reese's Peanut Butter Cups that he's been dying to have. He's been waiting a month now to get his hand on some candy. He can go celebrate with his 2nd victory as an amateur, and it's the 2nd time we've seen him finish a fight quick. He's not just getting it done, he's getting it done in style and quickly. This guy's a man to be reckoned with. He's 16 years of age.
Go enjoy your Reese's, my man, and many more to come. Congratulations, what a performance, and yeah, I look forward to seeing this kid's career unfold. It should be fun.
Up next, ladies and gentlemen, American Combat Alliance is proud to bring to you the Women Warriors, vicious vixens of MMA. Female fighters take the cage next inside a flyweight division bout. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your first fighter to the cage. Put your hands together for Sarah Davila.
Sarah Davila fighting out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, representing PBA hard hitters. She'll have Cassidy Walsh, Stephen Batley, and Benton Mitchell in her corner. Has a 2-3-1 record as an amateur at 30 years of age, and she has been competing in combat sports for 11 years now. She's won two Fight of the Night awards and a Submission of the Night award during fights for various promotions. She's a purple belt in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I believe we saw Sarah fight a few shows ago for AKA. I don't remember if she won that one or not, but I know she's got good striking and all-around good, ground and good game.
Well, she's got 11 years of combat experience, so she's obviously been fighting since she was 19 years of age. And when you've been fighting for 11 years, you've seen a lot, right? You know what to expect when you're coming into these. And so she's got a big task at hand here with Jessie Clark, but should be a good one here in front of us, DJ.
Yeah, man, I love to see these classic Texas versus Louisiana matchups too. So,
well, it's one of the ways you can settle some feuds and the fun animosity, and that's one of the great things about the sport is that you get that competitive spirit, that fire, and that animosity, but you settle it in a respectful way in the ring. Well, most of the time it's respectful, right? But you settle that in there, and that's what makes it so much fun, because this sport is built on respect, but it's also built on that competitive spirit and that fire and that desire, and I think that's what makes these fights so much fun, especially when you got a little Texas, Louisiana type.
Oh yeah, man. There's always, it's always fun to have a little bit of some kind of rivalry going on. Hype this stuff up.
Well, it's what you've seen through every sport ever. Storylines make great fights, and whether or not it's a rivalry of in one form or another, it always makes it a little bit more exciting.
Yeah.
Sarah Davila into the cage as she is just moments away from taking on Jessie Clark.
Put your hands together for her opponent. Please welcome to the cage, Jessie Clark.
Jessie Baby Smurf Clark. And you'll be able to tell in just 1 second why they call her Baby Smurf as she walks down with the blue hair. Clearly vibing, feeling herself.
Yeah, man.
No nerves at the moment, looking ready to go is Jessie Clark. She's a freestyle fighter fighting out of Center, Texas. She is independent, will not be represented by a gym. She'll have Larry Maxson and Garrett Bradshaw in her corner. Here's a look at your toe of the tape presented by Sin Vodka. 1 year separating these two, with Sarah Davila being the elder. 4-inch height advantage for Jessie Clark. They both weighed in right at 125.6 with an identical reach of 63 inches. So outside of their height, this is pretty much a dead even fight across the board, DJ.
Yeah, pretty even matchup, man. And I don't, I'm not too familiar with her. I mean, she being independent in her style, but she definitely looks excited, and that's always fun, right?
This will be her fourth fight inside the cage. So 4 fights, the fourth fight for Jessie Clark, and this is fight number 7 for Sarah Davila. So we've talked about all the debutantes here tonight. These two fighters do have a bit of experience that they can draw on as they match up for our 4th fight of the night. And we are quickly at fight number 4. These first 3 fights have all gone within the first round, within about a minute and a half.
Here we go, fight fans. 3 rounds of mixed martial arts section inside the AKA Women's Flyweight Division. This fight's being brought to you by Sin Ultra Premium Vodka. And now, introducing your first fighter, fighting out of the AKA Blue Corner. This woman is a mixed martial artist representing the PBA Hard Hitters. She stands 5 feet 3 and 1/2 inches tall, weighing in at 125 and 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, here is Jeopardy, Sarah Davila. And now, introducing her opponent, Fighting out of the AKA red corner, this woman is a freestyle fighter who is independently trained. She stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 125 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Center, Texas, here is the baby Smurf, Jessie Clark.
Jessie Clark and Sarah Davila, fight number 4.
She's coming out swinging hard already.
Baby Smurf ready to go right out of the gates. Davila puts Clark back up against the cage here as they battle for position. Couple good left hands land from Clark.
Yeah, Davia's, she's doing a good job of transitioning right back. You know, she'll move around, but she's moving her. Great takedown.
There's the takedown, Baby Smurf onto her back. Davila working hard here to try and gain a more dominant position. Let's see if she can step through, get over the top. There she
trying
goes.
to get a submission here or change. Okay, yeah. There she, trying to set up a rear naked right here.
Got the back. Working for that
She got it in.
rear
man.
naked choke, and there it
That
is. 4 fights, 4 finishes. I think we've seen 40 seconds of fighting so far.
Dude.
And this really has been
Non-stop.
insane. We start the night with a quick knockout, then we had an unfortunate finish with an injury. These last 2 quick submissions, I mean, we're talking not even 30 seconds into this fight, we've got another submission finish.
And these are good, evenly matched fights, too. It's not like these fighters are coming in here, one of them's just, you know, bulldozing the other one.
Yeah, I just think you're seeing some great technical skill. And Sarah Davila, in her 7th fight, picks up her 3rd win. She's now at the 500 mark in her career at 3-3-1. But, you know, here's a chance for her to come out, showcase her talents, get back to that 500 mark, and she does it in convincing fashion as she quickly takes down Jessie Clark and gets the submission.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a stoppage to the action at 59 seconds in round number 1. Declaring your winner, Sarah Davila.
Sarah Davila getting her 3rd win. She does it by rear naked choke within 30 seconds of round number 1. She can head back to Baton Rouge with another W. Second time tonight the PBA Hard Hitters has picked up a win. Well, coming up next, it's a 135 title fight. Austin Swallow, Demas Chapa set to put it all on the line here for gold and glory. Here's our hype video.
I fixed my holes, I feel, and it'll show. And even though he won the first fight, he has to worry about what I got too. So he's gonna think it's an easy fight, and I hope he does. And that he got away with last time, it would never happen again, dude. It would never happen again.
At first it was out of respect, but now I think there's a little bit of bad blood. So
He didn't take that TKO away.
he didn't take it well. I don't think anybody would. My opponent, you know, I have a big ground advantage over him. So just been focusing on a lot of striking. Austin Swallow, I hope you're ready. It's been a while, over a year. We've both been working, so let's go.
This isn't personal. It's just business. He can think what he wants. It's no more. You won the first one. This is business again, and you won't win this one. I said it then. I said it now. You won't win. I will win.
Here we go, fight fans. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, the American Combat Alliance Amateur Bantamweight Championship will be on the line. 5 3-minute rounds of championship action coming your way now. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we introduce the challenger. Put your hands together for Austin Swallow.
Austin Swallow trying to hand Dimas Ciampa his first loss. These two battled back in Lafayette. Been a while now. That was 3 fights ago for each one of these guys. Ciampa took that one in round 1, but Swallow says he's made the adjustments. He is ready to go here today. He'll enter the cage with a 3-3 amateur record. Fighting out of Lake Charles, Louisiana, representing Performance Evolution. And this is an exciting, exciting fight. There's a lot of storylines to this one, DJ.
Yeah, man. When you have amateurs like this that are able to, I mean, you're hyping it. You know, he lost the last fight. We're getting a rematch now. Able to, go in there and work on his mistakes.
Well, right now for Austin Swallow, he's the flyweight champ and the bantamweight champ for 2 different promotions. So this is a guy right here he's worn gold around his waist before. He's going to be trying to take it away from Dimas Ciampa here tonight. And that's one of the reasons that we are so excited for this one. And it's a rematch. And we've seen what's happened recently with some of the guys in the UFC to get rematches, right? You're just talking about Bossier and McGregor. Sometimes that rematch gives you some of the best fireworks you could ever hope for.
For sure, man. I mean, like I said, you're able to come back in there and work on what defeated you the last time, You know what your opponent's coming with.
Well, a chance for Swallow to make that happen here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we introduce the champion. Put your hands together for Dimas Ciampa.
Dimas, the Chef Ciampa, there he is. You can see why they call him the Chef. He's ready to cook up another W. Right now, he's got 5 of them sitting on his ledger. He is 5-0. This is a guy that's been training with our very own Matt Schnell. Matt's actually going to be away from us here for this fight. He's working his way down to the cage with Ciampa right now. You can see Schnell right there in the background. And look, when you're training with one of the best in the world like Matt Schnell, not only are you getting the technical part that you need, the skill set, but you get the mindset too. We all know what Matt Danger Schnell is about. And he says that this guy right here takes rounds from him sometimes in training. He believes in Ciampa. The record book says that Ciampa's the real deal. Chance to showcase that here tonight, DJ.
Yeah, man, the fact that he's training with Snell, and Snell's got a good game all the way around, so he's able to kind of shine his light on this kid, and he's always in his corner, and he's always proved victorious, so it's really cool to see.
Fighting out of Houston, Texas, he's a grappler by trade. Got a 70-inch reach, standing 5'9". As we mentioned, he is 5-0 so far. And who knows, this could be one of the last times we see him on the amateur side of things. He's someone that feels destined to be a professional fighter, and we could see this be kind of that tipping point here tonight as they battle for 135 supremacy.
Here we go, fight fans. 5 rounds for the AKA Amateur Bantamweight Championship. This fight is brought to you by the Brangineers. And now, introducing the challenger. Fighting out of the AKA blue corner. This man is a look, see, do style fighter. Coming to you tonight with an amateur record of 3 wins and 3 defeats. He is representing the Performance Evolution Fight Team. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 137 pounds. Fighting out of Lake Charles, Louisiana, here is the A-side, Austin Swallow. And now, introducing his opponent. Fighting out of the AKA red corner, this man is a wrestler coming to you tonight with a perfect record of 5 wins and never has he tasted defeat. He is representing Gracie Baja of West Chase. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 136 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, he is the current reigning defending future bantamweight champion. Here is the Chef, Demus Ciampa.
Here we go. The bantamweight title on the line. Ciampa looking to defend it. Swallow looking to take it away.
Let's see if they make it past this first round.
Good low kick to start off from Swallow. Ciampa in the all-black shorts.
Ooh, that's a stiff jab there from Swallow, man.
Yeah, good
Right
exchange
up the middle.
from Austin. The last time these two guys fought, it ended in the first round by punches that came off the hands of Demus Ciampa. That was down in Lafayette. Getting back to that leg kick there from Swallow.
Demus seems to be kind of, feeling him out and keeping his range and looking to see where he can work in his strikes. Be interested to see if he takes him down this time.
Well, Ciampa's wrestling is very strong. So is his grappling.
Yeah.
Swallow doing a good job of keeping the distance so far. Back to the leg.
Yeah, Swallow's been heavy on those leg kicks already.
Well, and it seemed to be working for a lot of fighters here lately, right? Take away the base. And it's something else to make a fighter think about.
Yeah, man, it's a good distraction, especially if it hurts every time.
That's a great point.
You can see that calf's already red with Ciampa.
Right hand from Swallow just slipped under the chin of Ciampa.
That was a good body kick. Oh.
There's a big right hand. Left just missing the mark from Ciampa, but that right hand landed. Well, you can hear Matt Schnell here in the corner saying to watch out for that leg.
That was a tough jab right there.
Yeah, the jab right now from Austin Swallow looking really
it's
strong.
Stiff, man. Demus really needs to, get some head movement going. He's doing a great job of, looking for his shots, but there he goes.
A right hand followed by a kick from Ciampa. Now he's trying to hunt down Swallow.
There we go.
Landed an uppercut. Matt Schnell telling him to attack all levels.
Yeah, he's calling for multiple shots, not just one.
Left hand from Ciampa as they break. And that'll do it for the end of round number one. Pretty competitive first round right there.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty, I don't know how to call that one, man.
Yeah,
even strikes. Wasn't a takedown. Ciampa did control his defense there at the end, but
yeah, I would agree with you. Early on, Swallow lands the first couple shots, gets a nice leg kick, had a nice right hand that found its way through, a couple good jabs from him. Then you kind of saw Ciampa maybe get comfortable in the fight, right? He gets a couple, he landed a big uppercut over here against the cage, and then kind of shot for the takedown. Ultimately, he did not get it, but he controlled the round there at the end.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how that round got scored. Couple big shots from Swallow, just missed their mark as well. You saw that right hand just slipping past. And here comes the right hand, the big one that stumbled Swallow, and then he came back with a left that was just off the mark. Again, our highlights presented to you by Vintage Furniture. Round two, scheduled for 5 rounds, 5 3-minute rounds, as they battle for bantamweight glory.
that's another thing, man. 5 rounds at the amateur level is a long time.
Swallow continually changing his stance. There's a big right hand. Ciampa with a kick to the head.
Ciampa comes out stronger this round on his striking. Jab got through there. There we go. Good
Oh.
knees.
Those first two knees definitely were on point.
Swallow doesn't seem to know exactly what to do here in the clinch.
Well, and this may be the position where Ciampa has the biggest advantage.
Yeah.
Looking for the big uppercut as they break the clinch.
Our boy in the corner over there.
Matt
Keeping it
Snell.
real, man.
He
Keeping it
is
real.
Keeping it real in the corner. You gotta love it. He wants Ciampa to take care of business. He sees some openings and he thinks he's going to take care of him here. Well, the confidence for Ciampa certainly building. Nice exchange from Swallow, though.
Definitely, he does have a good, Swallow has a good, you know, punching power on him, so he needs to respect that and go in with caution, but do what he's there to do.
Ciampa's starting to get a feel for these kicks, though. He's starting to see they're looking a little telegraphed, and he's caught the last couple. Both fighters letting the hands go. Exchange of jabs right there. One minute left in round number 2.
Matt calling for level changes from Demas. Do those something high and low.
Very even fight as we near the end of round 2.
Yeah, good call earlier. Demas is seeing that that calf kick coming in now, and he's kind of moving out of the way there.
Well, it's the adjustments, right? What is he doing this time that he didn't do the first time we fought? And both guys have had plenty of time to look over that footage from the first time they were in the cage together. Right hand over the top by Swallow.
I think Demas needs to, you know, we need more combinations. Coming in one punch and then backing back off, you know. Nice. Same thing for Swallow. Swallow is mixing it up with some kicks and, you know, and then a punch following.
Well, a few of the bigger punches that have landed in this round belong to Austin Swallow. Yep. Demas Ciampa had some nice moments early on in that round. Again, another very tight round between these two guys.
Yeah, I'd still call it even, but Swallow seems to think he got that round over there, but we'll see what happens.
Looking at the highlights presented by Vintage Furniture. Ciampa with a left to the ear, followed right up by a right from Swallow that finds the left ear of Demas Ciampa. Both guys, I mean, I'm telling you, it's just as even as possible. This right here, yeah, this might be where he won that round, was this continual domination in the clinch and those knees landing.
Yeah, and I'd like to definitely see that clinch action again next round because he proved extremely dominant there.
Well, and it's the spot that Schnell felt like he had the biggest advantage here, the grapple game, right? It's being able to win in the clinch, get a little bit dirty in there, and then maybe get some takedowns from those positions. We'll see. He's only kind of shot for one takedown. It was not the best entry, and it didn't turn into anything. But you think that's somewhere that maybe Ciampa goes at some point in this fight?
I would think so, man. I mean, definitely if he knows that it's even right now, I would look for that if it were me.
Tough fight to call early on, very evenly matched bout here. Another kick to that calf lands for Swallow.
Well, Swallow said he was, you know, he was coming back to win, and definitely proven better this fight than the last.
Swallow very active with the kicks.
There we go.
Shot to the body.
Shot. We're still just seeing one punch from, you know, Ciampa and then backing up. I'd like to see him throw more combinations.
Ooh, stuck his head into that one. Right hand lands for Swallow.
Thought about a takedown there.
Yeah, kind of a lazy attempt, and Swallow just olayed him. That jab is really nice.
Not only that, but that calf kick is still working. You know, when I mean, he's keeping it going every single round.
Well, Schnell keeps calling for the changing of levels from Dimas Ciampa, but I feel like Swallow's doing a pretty good job of attacking the legs, one to the body, and then that jab has really been crisp.
Yeah.
There it is again. Right hand sneaks over the top.
He thought about a takedown again there. Good body shot.
It does look like the body is open right now. It looks like it's the one area that Swallow's open to. There's a nice uppercut.
Yeah, when Ciampa gets in those combinations, you know, it's definitely effective. Just got to see more, you know, punches and bunches, man. The Swallow's holding his own.
Inside 60 seconds left here.
Good body shot.
Past the halfway point. There's some good sportsmanship going on in there right now, too. These guys are having fun. There's a combination for you. Both of them land on the chin of Dimas Ciampa.
Now we got a little firefight going on.
Another jab.
Ciampa does not. There we go. That's what we've been looking for.
What a fun exchange that was. Swallow winning the stand-up game. Ciampa immediately sees the opening and gets the takedown.
I think he's trying to. Almost thought about a knee there, but his opponent has a knee. There you go. Has a knee down.
Well, good IQ there by Ciampa not to commit a penalty.
Yeah. Good round, man.
Well, a fun third round.
Ciampa might have taken that with that takedown. Strikes are pretty even, I would say.
I feel like the striking game slightly edged out by Swallow to this point, but Ciampa's been a little more technical on the ground. Obviously getting that takedown and the clinch, he's been better. Yeah. I mean, both of these guys are showing why they're good fighters, right? They're showcasing their set of skills. It's been a very tight fight through 3 rounds.
Well, we're going to the championship rounds now, man. He is our champion, so.
And it's going to take these championship rounds to determine this fight. This thing's way too close right now. Somebody needs to separate themselves in these final 2 rounds.
Most definitely. And I'm sure Matt's telling him something to that effect. You know, like, now it's time we got to make a move. We got to win this fight.
And you got to wonder how big that takedown was at the end of the round, because Swallow was winning a lot of that stand-up. He had a couple nice combinations, landed a couple good jabs, and then Ciampa immediately gets the takedown to even things back up. Here we go, championship rounds. Amateur bantamweight title on the line here at AKA 16.
Looks like we had a low blow there.
Of course, no intent there. Ciampa was sliding his feet as he threw that low kick. Just caught its unintended mark. Take a look back real quick. You can see no ill intent. Just
I was just trying to throw an inside leg kick, look like. It's good sportsmanship, too.
Caught Ciampa where you don't want to get caught.
No.
I think he's okay, though. Didn't spend too much time in the corner regrouping himself, and we're right back into the action. 17 seconds into round 4.
Just Swallow's talking to somebody over here. I don't know what he said.
I think he was talking to that pretty girl we saw over there, saying, hey, you seeing what's going on? Well, both of these guys are having a tremendous time in the cage. They both got smiles on their face. Every time a punch lands, there's an exchange of words along with it. And you see that sometimes in these fights. When guys are really comfortable in the cage, they'll talk a little bit. They'll yap. And for some fighters, they get more from it.
But you don't see that at the amateur level, man, which is exciting, you know. Not as much, but yeah, I mean, I agree. That makes for a better fight.
Well, these are 2 guys that may be amateurs for just a short time, especially for Ciampa right now, 5-0. If he gets win number 6 here tonight, it could propel him to the professional ranks sooner rather than later.
Yes, sir. That was a beautiful head kick followed up by a counter from Ciampa. We're mixing up some punches in Houston now, man. That's what Snell's been calling for the whole fight.
Well, and there's some of those combinations you were calling for as well. It seems like Ciampa's finally letting it all go here as we approach these championship rounds. into the clinch. Chapo puts Swallows back against the cage. Now working for the legs. He's got the single leg here. Let's see if he can come up with another takedown. He's got one in the fight already.
He's digging for that one, man. This right here though is where you use a lot of energy too, and he has 1 round left, so he needs to, if he's going to not finish it here, we got to save that for that last round. Digging for the double.
Trying to get those hands clasped behind him, unable to. Now he's working for the back.
Look at that! Look at that!
Slick by Ciampa.
He snuck that in there.
Swallow. I don't think he's going to be able to sink into submission though. Swallow's got that wrist.
Yeah. We got a little conversation going on right here.
Nice little piggyback ride real quick. Inside 10 seconds left here in round 4. It's going to finish with Dimas Ciampa having the back of Austin Swallow to a degree.
Man. Oh.
And then I think he took it a little over the line there, slapping him in the face a bit. Swallow did not like that.
Yes. Well, fun there at the end of the round, but no games in the corner. Matt's intense on him, and we got to finish this fight in this last round, man.
Yeah, as soon as he hit the corner, Schnell's not smiling. He's like, hey, man, we're about to finish this thing off. It's back to business. But these two guys definitely having some fun in the cage. This round had a little bit of everything as well. A couple nice shots landed early.
Yep.
You have Ciampa working for the takedown, pretty well defended on the takedown by Swallow. And then, Ciampa quickly gets the back to a degree right here. It's that was an interesting sequence all the way around.
A little talking action there, and it's followed up by some slaps in the face. Fun fight for sure, man.
Fun fight. These guys are having fun. But right now, it's the final round of our bantamweight championship here on the amateur sides.
There we go.
Great sportsmanship between these two. Ciampa and Swallow. Who's going to raise the belt in 3 more minutes? Good left. Catches that kick. And you're seeing it from Ciampa. He's seeing those leg kicks so much more here in these late rounds.
He's definitely recognizing them now, and I'm sure that calf doesn't feel that great. It's definitely not as crisp and light as it was the first and second round. Dimas has to be careful throwing low punches like that and leaving himself open.
That uppercut might have snuck in right there. He has gone to the body quite a bit more over these last few rounds.
This is where he does well.
Once again, working for the takedown. He's got the single leg. Looking for the double.
Impressed by Swallow of doing a really good job of defending him the past few rounds against the fence and these takedown attempts too.
Well, Ciampa may be of the belief that if he can get a takedown here and control this half on the ground, that it could be enough to get him this win. We'll see if Swallow is able to keep that from happening.
Yeah, he's definitely going to need to secure one here.
Well defended so far by Swallow. Shots to the body now coming in from Ciampa.
Ooh, beautiful knee right there.
That first one right up the middle. Dimas Ciampa turning up the heat a little bit here in the 5th round.
He took that calf kick too, man, right there again. Swallow was able to set up that right after it.
DJ is going to step into the cage at the end of this fight. He'll have a post-fight interview with our winner. Who's it going to be? Dimas Ciampa.
It's going to be a close call,
Swallow.
Man. It's going to be a close call. Need a finish here. If not, it's going to be all in the judge's hands.
Ciampa fits in another body shot as they break apart. There's a knee from Swallow and a right hand. 10 seconds.
Chopper's taking some damage to the nose.
Well, that was that knee that caught him that opened up the nose.
Yeah. Got to be careful right here, throwing those haymakers with those last few rounds.
Well, what a great fight. Your Bantamweight Championship. Dimas Ciampa and Austin Swallow go toe-to-toe. Who will have their hand raised and be crowned champion of 135 here at AKA 16. Here's a look back at your highlights presented by Vintage Furniture. Round started with some great sportsmanship, and they showcased that throughout the fight. Good left hand from Swallow. That's where he catches the kick. And right here, coming up in just 1 second, is where Ciampa misses with a couple.
Yeah, man, you can see the damage to that calf, you know, especially in the later rounds when he would throw, when Swallow would throw that calf kick and then follow up with a punch. That's when he seemed to be really effective.
Here's that knee that might have opened up the nose, and then he followed it up with a right hand that was right on the button as well. That was a nice exchange that went in favor of Swallow there late. Here we go. Who's going to be the 135 champion?
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of hooking and jabbing, scooping and slamming, hanging and banging, we are going to the judges' scorecard. Ladies and gentlemen, judge number 1 scores this fight 48-47 for Swallow. Judge number 2 scores this fight 48-47 Ciampa. Your third and final judge scores this bout 48-47 in favor of your winner by split decision. And new AKA Amateur Bantamweight Champion, the A-side, Austin Swallow.
Austin Swallow gets it done. He gets revenge on Dimas Ciampa, and he now has the Bantamweight title around his waist. Austin Swallow by split decision. Winner on the card for 2 of the 3 judges. 48-47, 48-47, and 47-48 is how they rule this fight, and that's about where I had it as well. It was tightly contested. I would hate to be one of the judges scoring this fight. Both fighters made a case for themselves right there. They both showcased why they're great fighters. And for Dimas Ciampa, this is his first loss as an amateur. The first time he's tasted defeat. It's got to be tough for him right now as he watches his belt around the waist of Austin Swallow.
On a rematch to secure the title, how you feeling right now? Hey, first off, I want to thank my team, Performance Evolution, Head Kicks MMA. But for more than anything, all glory goes to God. He's been talking a lot to me lately, and I've just been fucking listening. Finally, I'm a hard-headed dude. But when you listen, he's fucking there, I promise you.
Well, man, it was a great performance, and you had good cardio all 5 rounds. Stand-up looked great. What was your game plan?
I'm going to be honest with you about something. So the whole camp, we thought this was 3 rounds, but we just found out in the locker room that it was 5. My team don't give a shit. We built for 10. We do this every weekend. Yeah, we could have done 10. You had to kill me in here. But Dimas is, all respect to him. He gave me the rematch a year later. I don't think we have many more amateur fights left, either of us. We'll do it again in the pros. I'm sure it'll be even a better fight. He adjusted, I adjusted. But I told you, I kept telling everybody, I told Dynamite at the last fight, we did an interview, I said, next time we rematch, I will beat him. So I stayed true to my word. Battles that he gave me. And here we are, baby. And new.
Well, congratulations, man. The new AKA Amateur 135 champ, Austin Swallow.
Thank you, brother. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for my support, my team. Y'all drove 4 hours. I love y'all. Fucking 4 hours and a lot of money to see me perform for 15 minutes. It means everything to me. Thank y'all. And I'm glad y'all I hope y'all got y'all's money worth. And this is the A-side, baby. Don't forget it.
AKA 16, the undercard, ends with Austin Swallow as your bantamweight champion. 4 out of these 5 fights ended in the first round. Fireworks across the board here on our undercard for AKA 16. You had 3 finishes, and then our title fight goes the distance with Austin Swallow as your champion. If you enjoyed the undercard, we've got the main card coming up for you at 7 p.m. live on UFC Fight Pass. If you don't have a subscription to UFC Fight Pass, you better get on there and get your subscription now, because we're going live at 7 p.m. and all the hype, all the animosity, it is going to play out here at the Bossier Civic Center, coming your way at 7 p.m. We'll see you then.
Calm and focused, like always. They won't change. And I'm going to go in just like I always do. I feel very confident. I feel like I'm going to go in and get the job done in the first round.
I stay prepared. I'm always training, even though I don't have a fight. Consistency of training is key, you know. Stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Easy way to put it is, I'm always training, but even outside the gym, try to kill myself. He has to kill me. That's how I look at it.
It lets me know that he's the next guy up, and that he's not a joke. He's not a slouch. I don't fight slouches.
Making my pro debut, like, wow. Just growing up, always wanted to do this. It's like you have the opportunity to do it, because a lot of times, if you say you want to be a professional athlete, a lot of people are like, well, pick something more realistic. It's just a great source of also gratitude and appreciation to have this.
Man, I really love my hometown, my city. It feels really good to have my first fight in the hometown and getting ready to represent, make everybody proud.
Ready for a fight, man. I think you're about to get handled, brother.
Nothing else matters but this moment right now, and we're both starving, and there's one plate of food in the middle of this cage, and somebody got to starve to death.